fine getting it, guys. You're fine getting it. Summerslam. That would just happen by the time you're watching this 2 weeks ago. 2.5 weeks ago. SummerSlam. So, apologies. I was really going through a lot of my mind the past few weeks, so this wasn't really on my mind. So, but here I'm finally getting to do this for you guys. So, SummerSlam 2024. And I think, this is a little bit of a hard show to review because like it's not like the wrestling was bad by any means, but like if anything, the wrestling here was pretty solid to very good. It was throughout most of the show, but this was really more of a story driven show more than just a delivery, just in ring straight up good wrestling show. There was some good wrestling, but it almost ended up not mattering as much, if you know what I mean. And on the storyline progression thing, they also delivered on that. So I can't say this show was bad. The SummerSlam for all accounts was pretty good, and they did enough. They did enough job with the show. Like almost all, most of the people, most of the right people went over on this show. So that's what I'm going to say about it. At least they get that right on that end. So yeah. So SummerSlam, it started with Liv Morgan defending his Women's World Championship against Rhea Ripley with Dominic in her corner. Um, the way if you didn't see what was coming when you saw the tape backstage from the way Rhea and Don were all buddy and stuff before Rhea went up entering the stage, you knew exactly. If you didn't know what was coming, then this was probably the first wrestling show you ever watched. Geez, they couldn't talk about this more in their sleep. But anyway, this was a very good match. It told a really nice story. Liv was able to be a little smart. I quite didn't like the the opening. If I have one critique is they ran that Liv running out of the ring and Rhea chasing. It dragged out for too long for my liking. But the way they got to the closing end of that part with Liv and Rhea staying down for that was pretty good. And the match ended up being good, and they were able to be smart about taking on Rhea, that she able to take advantage of the show that she inadvertently injured Rhea all those months ago. So that was real stuff, and 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 like Rhea was trying to battle with even slamming the announcer's desk in like the edge of it and trying to pull her shoulder back and out her side. Like that was some pretty powerful, intense moment. And yeah, there was nice back and forth action. So yeah, so there's that, and Rhea Ripley hit the red Tyler Mooney and almost had for well, she didn't even try to go for a count. She just stood there and looked at the chair, and Rhea not even caring, almost about to hit it, but Dom stopped it because Dom was trying to reason Rhea and lift smashed Rhea through Dom and lift hit the Oblivion, but Rhea kick out. And then the finish sequence with Dominic literally throwing the shit and like the edge of the middle of the ring and behind Rhea's back, and Dominic tried to tell something, but you can clearly tell who he was trying to say it to who. As Dom distracted the referee, they hit the Oblivion on Rhea on the chair, and Rhea and Liv pins Rhea 1, 2, 3. And Liv Morgan, still the Women's World Champion. And then afterwards, the turn, the betrayal, the Dom kisses Liv in front of Rhea Ripley, and they've been this together the whole time. The Dom's hesitance is like, and Liv trying to make try to seduce her but in manipulative way, and then Dom before this turn saying some shit to Liv, and Liv almost broke down in tears. Those were all our rules as they're announcing together, and yeah, this was the progression of the story that this needed. Like they had to pull the trigger. Like Rhea is going to be over as a face no matter what from now on. Like the crowd has been very much behind her since she came back. So you really couldn't fight the audience like with Rhea. You just couldn't. So this turns Liz like fully like he like the past few months Liv as champion, like you can tell she was here, but like you can tell she was going through like the heel mode, but never really for the trigger that this was a full fledged heel Liv now with Dom. And I think this should work. However, like I think they need to be careful how they handle this, because throughout all this story, now what it seems to be going for, like Reed and Leva trying to fight over Dominic. I think the one thing they need to be careful they is like don't try to make it too much like Rhea versus Dom, or like we even Rhea versus Liv in order to get to Dom, because this story could get very in danger, because it's very in danger of giving me vibes from the Triple H Chris Jericho Stephanie feud back in like 2002 for WrestleMania 18, I think it was. And that feud did wonders for Chris Jericho at all. And he was the champion. So they need to be careful, because if it's not, then after this, like that's going to do wonders for Liv Morgan at all either. So yeah, because all the club's gonna give a shit is we trying to get her revenge and Dom. So that's the one they need to be careful with. It's like the heat, like for now, it's all seems to be working, but they need to be careful how they handle going forward because if it just becomes just sorely about like we are trying to get her hands on the not even carry so much about the title even live like I said it's going to be giving me some not good vibes of the Triple H Jericho stuff I feel back in '02. So yeah. But for now, what they did at SummerSlam was really great, and the match was the. Oh boy, the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn defending against Braun Breaker. I thought the previous match at Money in the Bank had something, but they like I thought the match at Money in the Bank was solid, but I don't think it hit hard enough for me to like be good. And the match, as the way the match this match was going, it was seems to be going to be even better than their Money in the Bank match. And literally, I was changing stuff during the match. As soon as I go back and watch it, as soon as I go watch it, all of a sudden, Sami Zayn his the as soon as he does to the corner on Braun, goes for the hurricane. Braun hits the spear, then hits another spear, and then match is over. Like the match, I think only lasted 5 minutes. So Braun Breaker wins the IC title in a pretty much short ass match, and like, and you know this is a hard when I talked about this being a show hard to review because matches like this is like I get what they were trying to do with the story. They were trying to make Braun Breaker learn from his mistake going up against the veteran of Sami Zayn. It's the young guy trying to learn for what he failed to do the first time and trying to be better and smarter about the second go around. So I get what they were doing, but like, man, do they feel like it need like another more minutes? Now you could have easily taken minutes off for a certain match I'm going to talk about later in place of this. Like, as it was, I thought it was fine, but wow, like this could have gone more minute, guys. And and I look, I don't hate this. I don't hate this specific match, but it's like I thought for the way it was opening, I thought it was going to be even better than it was going to be better than the first match back in my event. But as it started to really pick, as it started to really turn around, it was over, just like that. Unbelievable. Braun Breaker, the new Ice Intercontinental Champion. Yeah, like the match was decent enough, but yeah, this needed more time for what they got here. Maybe that's me too naive being watched as being a wrestling fan nowadays, but yeah. Then we get the United States Championship match, LA Knight versus Logan Paul, the champion. And this been a long time coming. Like the match, the match itself was really good. Like it was really like I was pretty much everything throughout most of it. Like you got like they had some really cool like they had some they had a brawl before the match even began. And I thought Ellen and I was gonna hit a burning hammer. I was like, wow, they're going all in on this, but they did, and the match started, and it was really good. And for what? And at that point, that was like match of the night, that, like that was it was that like it was really good. What else I can say? Like you had Ellen Knight doing a sick ass brain buster, and and I think they told us, and they told a simple sort of like no matter no matter what Logan Paul tried to do with his status, it just could not keep LA Knight down. And you know the one thing I will critique of this is like I don't like how when MG Machine Gun Kelly apparently was there. Machine Gun Kelly tried to hit the Logan, tried to give Logan Paul the breast knock on LA Knight, and Logan Paul hits on LA Knight. I don't like how LA Knight just kind of knows for the brass knuckle shot. I don't like that, but it did too. I did understand what story they were trying to tell. Like Logan Paul's tactic could not work against LA Knight on this night. And LA Knight hits the BFT 1, 2, 3. LA Knight is your new United States champion. He's finally a champion, and Logan Paul is not. Hallelujah. Like, yeah, like, even I thought, like, seeing this, like, I thought to myself, they did the right thing. Like, even, like, even like if Logan Paul wasn't so much a pain in the ass in real life, which throughout before him with stupid Twitter antics, even without that, there was no reason for Logan Paul to win this. Like, zero. I was fearing because of the way the field was set. I thought, oh no, uh, Logan's going to retain. But they got it then, and yeah, this was something that needed to happen for a guy like I, who, even with the on and off 2024 he has, the crowd are still firmly behind this guy. You gotta validate him for his spot in the company. That you gotta validate the guy and how much with the crowd has been supporting him. You gotta validate him. So you get him this title and see how he goes. So yeah, and yeah, like it was time to end U.S. title one for United States title one for Logan Paul. Like I think the reason why this title run for Logan Paul has been so underwhelming, so bad, they didn't really focus on Logan with his title. Like, most of it has been Logan Paul feeling without the title being the most important factor. Like, the guy wrestled Cody Rhodes for the WWE title months ago. Like they didn't even bother trying to focus on Logan as much as him be the champion. Like no wonder, and the lack of title defenses did not help any fucking matter. So yeah, it was time to him to get off the belt. That's not an insult. That's just a fact of life. Yeah. So yeah, a really good Logan Paul LA Knight match for the time. Then we get the WWE Women's Championship. You have Bayley defending against the Queen of the Ring winner, Nia Jax. This was kind of unfortunate. It wasn't like quite offensively bad match, but you could tell the crowd wasn't into this at all, and like the match was fairly average, and like and like I don't think the story going in did this to Bailey or Nia any favors. Like even with a lack of it, like they didn't even much with it. Like I remember like I saw the like the interview, the pre-tape interview for both of these. Like how Bailey said to Nia, like you're big, you're clumsy, you're reckless, and Nia be like face about it. Like girl, you know you injured this woman many years ago. Like why you be scared about it? Shouldn't you be more confident about it? So like yeah, I think even with the song they were trying to do, it kinda fell backwards, and the match like I think the crowd was really rating on was on Tiffany Stratton, as that was also the story. Like, will she cash in or not? I don't. I never thought she was cashing in. The moment they created a new briefcase design for her, like 24 hours before this, I knew there was no way she was cashing in on this night. Like they are going to milk that new briefcase for as much as it's worth. So I didn't think once, but at least she did. And when she did, I think the crowd pretty much picked up after that, and and the crowd seemed to get even beforehand. Bailey did an impressive power bomb to Nia. Like I couldn't believe she had that much power without even protecting much at all. Like that was impressive stuff by Bailey. But Tiffany Stratton almost cashed in, but that almost stopped. And Nia took advantage with not one but two bonsai drops in a row. And Nia just wins and becomes the new champion. And yeah, this was kind of the right move. I wouldn't mind. I predicted Bailey to retain. I wouldn't mind for her to retain, but even you look at it, there's not really that much heels, that many heels she could face before getting to keep her as champion. So this was the right move for Nia, and for Nia, like I think she has made more enough in the ring, and the improvements that you see is so very obvious to see, that it was kind of felt like appropriate to give Nia the title. And like she has pretty much a few viable baby opponents. Like Machine, I am sure she's getting the title match real soon against Nia. Um, Later on, you can do her against Bianca or her even against Jade. And then the end game, when Charlotte Flair comes back, you can do her versus Nia. Queen versus Queen, that's pretty much right for itself. And maybe that's when Tiffany Cook does cash in. That's pretty much going to be a story to follow. Will Tiffany cash in on Nia, her best friend? So yeah, this was the right move. The match, like I said, was pretty average. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't particularly good. And yeah, but the crowd picked up towards the end. It kind of picked up towards the end. Tiffany almost got in and Nia winning the title. So yeah. Next is probably the most anticipated match of this entire card. You got CM Punk going up against Drew McIntyre in Punk's first singles WWE match in 10 years with special referee Seth Rollins. And this was going to be a crucial match because, like, all the time, they've been building on this field. It's been pretty much the field of the year for for likely all the rest. The field of the year. All the time they spent on this storyline, it was pretty much going to be a huge letdown if the match didn't deliver in some aspects. And like this match needed to do two things. Needed to do a couple of things. One, advance the story in a pretty logical solid way and not try to make Rollins too much of a focal point where it becomes distracting and the match needed in the ring needed to deliver because like I said, it would have been a massive letdown on this story if the match didn't deliver. And I thought the match itself was pretty good. They mostly did competent. I thought Punk itself looked very competent and didn't look like he half-assed it. So and he was trying to make an effort. So yeah, and that's pretty impressive for a guy who hasn't wrestled since January. So he did try his hard to be the best himself he could be in this man. And I thought he delivered well, and thank God he is an angel. Thank God. But yeah, for like the story was there, like and for the and like I said, for the amount of shit that these two have done the past couple of months, it did need to be a little bit overboard. And that's probably why they made Seth the referee, so they could make the most out of this. Coming in while Palm coming in had come off of a major tricep injury, so yeah, so I was mostly satisfied with this match. I thought Palm looked good. Drew was being his heel, great heel self, and Seth was being Seth as the referee. Thought he was gonna go a little more naughtier with his ref outfit. They did. I didn't think Rollins' referee outfit brought the illness I thought it would be coming in. But yeah, so like the story was there. It was really, really good. With Punk attempting to face it, and I love the callbacks from the Bret Taker, from the Bret Hart Undertaker match in Summerslam '97. Like I love the color with Seth almost hit the referee on Duke and almost nearly hit upon the Punk stop and Seth started upon just looked at him. That was a really cool touch. And and I think like they since coming in, Drew McIntyre has been walking around with CM Punk's bracelet that had his wife's name AJ and his dog named Larry on it. So that ended up pretty much becoming the story of this match, and that seems to be the downfall of CM Punk throughout this match. It's like for every opportunity he had for winning this match, he just could never stop thinking about the bracelet. And when he saw Seth winning, he thought that was really it, and Seth didn't. So, but and Seth, Punk looked at it, like Punk stared at Seth, and Seth didn't think like it was a big deal because he was trying to pull it not in harm's way, the bracelet, and Punk just get more angry, just hit the GTS on Seth Rollins, and yeah, and Drew found his opening to win the match, and Drew got the win against CM Punk, and even when I thought Paul was going as I predicted him, I even kind of thought in my head Drew kind of needed this one even more so because the dude has been pretty much been one upside by Punk throughout this feud, so Drew needed this a lot more, and yeah, like it advances and the story was like CM Punk cost himself the match. That was because of the bracelet, and yeah, I think the bracelet was kind of sad, but I think it has the deeper meaning in this story between Punk and Drew. Like, I feel like with any other competitors with this, the bracelet were against it, but because it's CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, they were able to make this work. So I was fine with the bracelet being added to it. So yeah. So Seth, so both guys did good, all including Seth as the referee, and I thought this did more. It advanced the story in a pretty nice, logical way. Like you still gotta get more matches out of Drew and Punk, and it advanced the inevitable feud between CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, which I can say this might be the WrestleMania match for next year, but Punk versus Rollins, I mean, it's pretty much how I say it going things. So yeah, the match was good. The, the story in here was really good, I must say. So yeah, that's my opinion. And the next we get for the World Heavyweight Championship, the King General Gunther. As the one king of the ring, going up challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship against the champion El Campeón, Damian Priest. And yeah, honestly, more than anything, this was the match I was more looking forward to on this show. Gunther versus Priest, because I knew with their in-ring style that they could really mesh well in a way, and these dudes did like the match was laid out so well. Like Gunther did his usual Gunterish things, be also at everything he does, and Damian Priest like he has really stepped up his fucking game, especially in this feud against Gunther. That the crowd are firmly behind him, and it seems to be working on all accounts. And it reacted because it gave the match that on paper didn't seem to that much strong coming in because they will both be kind of heels. They told us the crowd have now with the visibilities to have the crowd had now had a reason to get behind Priest because Gunther was talking all this trash about Damien coming in and the crowd seemed to resonate with Damien. They felt that and they got behind it, and this was a pretty hard hitting, exciting, great match for the world title at Summerslam. Like, like he took, like, and they were made the crowd really come around Priest in this story. This is like, he took everything that Gunther had and kept on going and and he kept battling through it, and the crowd got more and more behind Priest, and he looked like he was going to win until Finn Balor shows up. Before Gunther attacks him, attacks, but Priest seemingly took advantage of Gunther. He hits it with I think he hit the Razor Shades on Gunther, and then he hit the South of Heaven. He rolled Gunther, and then he covers him. Finn puts on the ropes. Ref stopped the count. Priest thinking he won, but because Gunther didn't kick out, like Finn put his foot on the bottle rope, and Damien didn't see it, but up of the screen in the stadium, Damien could see that Finn put on the rope, and I thought, well, the way they did it was so done so fucking well because it made Damien an actual smart babyface for watching how it played out, and Finn being so conniving and and cunting as they hear with his, and the way they zoom in on his face as his face turned evil and stuff, and he looked at Priest knowing what he did and be proud of it. I thought it was done so great, and the best part was the face sequence of Priest fighting to Gunther's coquilla clutch, almost having for the win, but Gunther gets that, and Damien immediately storms for Finn. He almost gets his in, and that seems to be the downfall here, and Gunther hit a power slam and hit another coquilla clutch, and this time Damien Priest passes out, and your new World Heavyweight Champion, the King General Gunther. Like, wow. Like, this was an awesome match. Like, easily match of the night. And it pretty much advanced the story in a great way between Damian Priest now being fully babyface against Damien with his new Judgment Day fashion. And you're gonna get Reed, and you now have Reed on Damien's side. This offense that started in all accounts very well. And yeah, and what did I say before WrestleMania? I said Gunther should be the world title picture very soon after he drops the IC title. And there it is, 4 months later, and he's now the world heavyweight champion on Raw. Long time coming, very deserved. And he's going to be hard to be a champion, I must admit. So there's that. And here we go for the main event. But as I rules for the undisputed WWE Championship, as the Cody Rhodes defends the championship against Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa, the new leader of the Bloodline, now who pinned Cody Rhodes on Money in the Bank to set this match up. And there it is. You know what I said earlier about the Sami Zayn Braun Breaker needed to have more time on it, and you could have cut some time on a particular match? This is what I was talking about. You see, Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa. Like, as a match, like, this did not need almost 30 minutes on this. Because as a match, I thought it was fine, but this was a complete waste of Bloodline rules. You would think like Solo and Cody could do more together with the now be Bloodline rules because of how successful the Roman and Cody won the Bloodline rules won from WrestleMania back was in April, of how successful that was. And it just complete fell flat on that stand. Like they didn't even use much. They didn't even utilize much of the Bloodline rules as much as you think it was. Like that was a complete waste of a Bloodline rules. Well, and I say almost because of what happened at the end of it, but when you look at it, like they didn't use much of the Bloodline rules as you would have they coming in on this. Like you would think so would do more to Cody, to harm Cody, and Cody would do the same to Solo. But they really didn't. And this could have cut 5-10 minutes off of this, and I think it would have been much better. I think the layout of this match was all over the place, and yeah, this just didn't feel like a main event of the biggest part of the summer. Just didn't feel that. Until the closing stretches with the new Bloodline, with Tama Tonga, Tama Lola coming in. I keep amazed at Tama Lola, how his ability to screw up so many things in this. Do Ray at Cody and he went going on the wall instead on the turnbuckle. What the hell? And then you get Kevin Owens and Randy Orton coming in, and they were able to take out Tama Tonga and Tama Lola. And then you had Jacob Fatu. This is my first time on this channel saying about this guy, and yeah, this dude is also he should be a future world champion, not so distant very soon. Like this guy has been tremendous ever since coming into this store and to this company. So I've been pretty much amazed of everything he did. And even with him coming out and Jacob hit a false splash uncle through the announcing table and pretty much hurting himself in the process, which you could say, oh my god, he actually did hurt because you look at it, but then as the match ended, you can kind of see why they had why it had to be what it was because of how it ended. So Cody and Soldier back in the ring. Cody hits the Cody cutter. Also, they will both lay down. And like as I predicted, like probably so many others did, that this will all lead to the return of the real tribal chief, the original tribal chief, Roman Reigns. He's gone back, and the place there wasn't like it was in the roof because it probably would tear the roof down, might have completely tore the roof for how loud the crowd was for him. And there he is, Roman Reigns, with his very much his WrestleMania theme for his orchestra theme for that event. And he comes down looking, you wondered what he said it was going to be. And he Superman punches Solo Sikoa to a loud ovation. And then the ooh wow. That was fucking loud. And I hit a spear and looks down at Cody. And Cody was able to hit the crossroad on Solo to retain his championship. And that was the end. With Cody and Roman staring down afterwards. Yeah. This we all knew it will lead to, but this the end pretty much made it this match, like for me, like I think we all knew it would be coming in since, like I said, this did not feel like a main event for a big four pay per view like Summerslam. Just did not feel that, and you all knew it was going to lead to this, the return of Roman Reigns, which Roman as a babyface, like, it's so funny how he returned at SummerSlam 4 years ago, pretty much became the most interesting as he's ever been, and you now look 4 years later, he lost the title at Mania, and now he's when he lost the title at WrestleMania, he was a heel. He was pretty much getting still that up for as a heel champion. And now you do this with Roman, you flip the coin, and he's once again that much interested. Like the thing you did with Roman turning heel, the way he became so much more refreshed as a character. You flip that around again, and it works. And he's much over now as a face that he's pretty much ever going to be the last time they tried to date Roman as a babyface. So yeah, and this was what the story needed to be, especially for the bloodline. It can now move forward with Roman trying to earn back maybe his OG members Jay, Jimmy, and might even Sami Zayn soon. And the end is pretty much going to be the OG bloodline against the new bloodline. So for that after that needed to happen, and yeah, that this works on so many levels. So that was the end of SummerSlam. So overall, It was a very fun show. I was mostly entertained by SummerSlam. And I think that's what it needed to be. Probably the end of the day. He has a good wrestling, but it was really much about progressing story and having some logical conclusion, some story. So yeah, so that is that for my SummerSlam review. Like this video if you haven't. Tell me what you thought about SummerSlam in the comment section below. As always, I'm Jason Marines, and I approve this message.